So this is 5.3 homework on sets and Venn diagrams. And so number one, we want to match the following sets to the appropriate description. So we have 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, which are obviously what, well, I know what they are, but maybe you don't. So let's move to the next one, because the next one's a lot easier. So 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. And so that's obviously the even numbers, so that's easy. So let's do that one. That's A. So that one's done. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So that's not even numbers, right? That would be the set of, odd numbers, right? Less than 10. So that's E. And then 1, 8, 27, 64. Well, maybe I don't know what those are. Negative 10, negative 15, negative 5, 0, 5, 10, 15. Oh, that's easy. That's a set of numbers divisible by 5. Okay, so that's C. And then I have two sets left over. The set of prime numbers, a set of cube numbers. So then obviously 2, 3, 5, 7, 11 is a set of prime numbers, so that would be D. And 1, 8, 27, 64, that must be the set of cubes, and that makes sense because 1 cubed is 1, 2 cubed is 8, 3 cubed is 27, 4 cubed is 64, and so on. So this is just an example to try to understand that these are sets, and we can match them with the descriptions on the right. All right, number 2, it says true or false. If it is false, then correct the statement, so it is true. And so this says that 3 is an element of A. And I agree with this because I see 3 is in A, so it's a true statement. 9 is an element of B. Well, B is 0, 6, 12, and 18, so that's a false statement, so I'd say false. To make it true, I can just put a slash through it. So 9 is not an element of B. B is a subset of A. Well, is B contained in A? Well, 0 is in B, but 0 is not in A. So this is false. And again, it's easy to make it true. Just put a slash through it. Right? B is not a subset of A. 6, 12, and 24 are contained in A. Right? There's a subset of A. Well, 6 is in A, 12 is in A, and 24. So this is actually a true statement. Right? So these are true. And then A union B is 6, 12, and 18. Well, that's obviously false. If you combine A and B, you're going to get more than just 6, 12, and 18. So that's false. And I can make it true by writing a slash, drawing a slash through the equal sign. So A union B is not equal to 6, 12, and 18. A intersect B is equal to 3. Okay, well 3 is in A, but 3 is not in B, so this is false. And I can make it true by drawing a slash through the equal sign, or I could actually say what A intersect B is actually equal to. So A intersect B is equal to the set of what? Well, they don't have a 3 in common, but they have a 6 in common. So 6, comma, and they also have a 12 in common, and I think that's it. Oh, no, they also have an 18 in common too, right? So 6, 12, and 18. Right. So that's what A intersect B is equal to. The cardinality of A is equal to 6, which means the number of elements is 6. Let's count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's true. And the cardinality of A union B is equal to 10. Well, I guess I have to figure out first what A union B is. So let's write that out. A union B is just a combination of all things in A and B. So I have 0, 3, 6, 9, 12, 18, and 24. All right, let's check those to make sure I have them all. So 0, 3, 6, 9, 12, 18, 24. So they're all there. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things. So that's false. And I can make this true two ways. I could say not equal to, or I could say the cardinality of A union B. A union B would be equal to 7, because there's 7 things in this set. Okay, and number 3, it says let the universe be the natural numbers, right? So n is the universal set, so that's all I care about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Fill in the Venn diagram and use it to answer the following parts. All right, so this is a Venn diagram down here, and I have 3 sets, A, B, and C. So I want to make this A, this B, and this circle C. And I'm going to fill in the parts. So 2's in A, right? 2's in B, and 2's in C. So I'll put a 2 here. 4 is in A, 4 is in B. So I'll put a 4 here. 6 is in A, and 6 is in C. So A and C, so I'll put a 6 here. 8 is in A, 8 is in C, so I'll put comma and 8 there. And then 10 is in A, and that's it. It's not in either set. Then I come over here, and so 1 is in B, and it's not in C. 3 is in B, and 3 is in C, so I put a 3 here. And then 5 is in B, and 5 is in C, so I put 3, comma, 5. And finally, I have 9 left over, and so 9 is just in C. And so then I can make these different sets. So B union C, the idea is B lights up and C lights up, and I combine them together. So this is going to be the set of what? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, and I forgot the 7, didn't I? There's a 7 right here. Right, so I caught that. 7 is also just in C. All right, so B unit, so 7, 2, and then there's 8, and also 9, but no 10 because 10 is just in A, so it's not in B union C. And so there's that. And I can count these all up. So how many elements are there? There's exactly 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I union them all together, of course, I'm going to get all the numbers through 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And of course, how many elements are there in this set? Exactly 10. Now B intersects C. The way I find B intersects C, this is in both of them. It's in the overlap. So that's right here. And so that's just 2, 3, and 5. So that's a set of 2, 3, and 5. And of course, there's just 3 things in there. And then finally, the hard one. So to do the hard one, let's shade in some regions. So what I have is what? Okay, so let's look on here. A union B. Right, so A union B is all this stuff here. Right, so we can color all that in if you want. That's A union B. And then I want to intersect it with C. All right, so that's all the stuff that's also in C. So here's all the stuff in C. So what else is also in C? So that's this stuff right here. Right? Right, so all the stuff in green. So with the 2 there too. So 2, 3, 5, 6, and 8. Right, so first you have all the yellow stuff, and then you take all the stuff in C and you intersect it, so it's just the overlap. So 2, 3, 5, 6, and 8. So down here I'd write 2, comma, 3, comma, 5, comma, 6, comma, 8, and let's make it the set of, right? So the set of these things, and there are 5 elements. On the next page, all right, it says there are 3 major sources of financial aid are government grants, private scholarships, and colleges themselves. 100 sophomores were surveyed of a small college, and the following was found. All right, so we have 49 government grants. So let's make this government. All right, so I'll just write gov. And then over here we have 55 private scholarships, and then we have 43 receive aid from the college. Let's do college here. All right, and so on. 23 received government grants and private scholarships. 18 received government grants and aid from the college. 28 received private scholarships and aid from the college. 8 received help from all 3 of these sources. And the idea is you start from the bottom and kind of work your way back up, kind of spiral out in a sense. So all 3 is 8, so 8 goes in the middle. All right, then receives private scholarships and aid from the college. So here's private scholarships. Here's aid from the college. And there's supposed to be 28, so there should be 20 right here because this region should add up to 28. And then 18 receive government grants and aid from the college. So here's government grants. Here's aid from the college. There should be 18. There's already 8, so this should be 10 because this region should add up to 18. Then finally, 23 receive government grants and private scholarships. So right here, and you should have 23. We already have 8, so this should be 15. Again, because this region should add up to the number 23. And then 43 receive aid from the college. So here's college. I have 10, 20, and 30, so 38. I have to add up to 43, so this should be 5. Right, 5 plus 10 plus 20 is 35, plus 8 is 43. So now I have 43 receive aid from the college. 55 receive private scholarships, so I have 20, 35, and then I add 8, I have 43, and I need 55, so that's 7 plus 5, so I think that's 12. Let's add it up. So 12 plus 8 is 20, plus 20 is 40, 55. So now this adds up to 55 for private scholarships. And then government grants, I should have 49. So I have 10, 15 is 25, plus 8 is 33. To get to 49, how am I going to do this? So I have what? I said 33. So 10 gives me to 43. Another 10 gives me to, so 43 plus 6. So 16. Let's check that, okay? So 16 plus 10 is 26. Plus 15, 36. Plus 1 is 41. Plus 8 is 49. Okay, so that looks good. I have 49 total here. And then I want to use these numbers, right, this diagram, this Venn diagram, to answer these questions. How many have government grants only? All right, so government grants only would just be 16. That's only. These have 15 have government and private, 8 have government, private, and college aid, 10 have government and college aid, so just 16 for that one. Have private scholarships, but not government grants. Right, so for this one, let's put 16 here. Have private scholarships. So here's private scholarships, but not government grants. So I don't want to count these numbers. I just want to count the 20 and the 12. So 12 plus 20 is equal to 32. And these are students, right? So 16 students here and 32 students there. Receive financial aid from only one of these sources. So I don't want to count these numbers in the middle here because these 2 sources and this 3 sources, so I just have 16 plus 12 plus 5, which is equal to, what, 16 plus 12 is what, 8, 28, plus 5 is 33 students. And then finally, part D, receive aid from exactly 2 of these sources. So that's this 10, 20, and 15, because these numbers receive, just from 2, like government and private, government and college, college and private. So 10 plus 20 plus 15, which is equal to 45 students. And then part E, receive no financial aid from any of these sources. So I have to remember out here, I had 100 surveyed, and I take off, I have to add up all of these in here. So I take off, 16 plus 10 plus 8 plus 20 plus 15 plus 12 plus 5. I think I got them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I can take out my calculator and do this, and you'll see that there are 14 left. So there's 14 students that didn't receive any financial aid amongst those surveyed, and then receive no financial aid from the college or from the government. So here's college stuff, here's government stuff. So all I care about is this 12, and then also the 14. So I have 12. Right, that just receive private grants or private scholarships, and then 14 that don't receive anything, and so that's 26 students.